Hi, and welcome back. It's time to go up to Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs. As usual, they had some terrific races, and we're going to cover them right now. And first, Heather's got this one for you.
Oh, it's the Open Trot. In here, check out Nicole's Promise. She's been hitting the board in the Open Trot, and she's the better choice in here. We've also got Man About Town. You might recognize his name because he's been racing here at Chester. And then Chosen Voyager races for the Bill Mullins stable.
Underway, and it's a fast start in the center of the track there for Chosen Voyageur to the early lead. Also leaving 4 Stars Rob Rowe on the inside. Nicole's Promise gets away third. Far outside fourth, Grain of Truth out 4 wide. Into the rail fifth, improving his position there is Man About Town right in front of Ivanhoe Blue Chip. And then at the end you've got McDean Star, Big Boy Lloyd, and Lantern Kronos is the trailer. Around that first turn at the quarter in 27 even, and 4 Stars Rob Rowe, the Chester shipper, has the lead. Coming out after him now, the mare Nicole's Promise, who's been knocking on the door in this class. The slight favorite here at 2-1 goes on by with Tom Jackson. 4 Stars Rob Rowe back to second. Now Grain of Truth. New set of hands for him tonight with Howard Parker. He's been solid in this group. He's first over. Following that cover, another Chester shipper, Man About Town. It's now Chosen Voyageur around the turn fifth. Also on the outside now, trotting sixth there is Ivanhoe Blue Chip. Also getting off the rail there was McDean Star. Moving up inside, Lantern Kronos. Big Boy Lloyd pushed out wide there. The half 50, 5-4, 28-4 the second panel. It's Nicole's Promise leading this top flight trotting field here by a length. 4 Stars Rob Rowe with the trip. Grain of Truth is stalled now, first over, losing ground 2 lengths back. Moving up inside, Chosen Voyageur, 3 wide move from Man About Town. Now just a length and a half back. Further back there now to Big Boy Lloyd and Ivanhoe Blue Chip. 3 quarters, 124-4, 29 even there. Nicole's Promise challenged now by Man About Town, who steps out in front as Nicole's Promise tries to fight on at the rail. 4 Stars Rob Rowe right in behind that group, and rallying further back is Chosen Voyageur. At the top of the stretch, it's Man About Town trying to get by Nicole's Promise. Far outside, Chosen Voyageur is filing. Nicole's Promise at the rail. Chosen Voyageur trying to get there. It's Nicole's Promise.
You know what they say.
The 10th time's a charm?
How did you
Just a ball,
know?
guys.
Wow, yes. Finally, in her 10th start of the year, she gets a win. Oh, man. You're OTB on the ball, Steve. I'll tell you. She beats the boys in this one. Tom Jackson is the driver, and she wins by a nose in 154. Closing fast was Chosen Voyager, and Man About Town was third. Do you know at every racetrack they have a starter?
They do?
Yes. A guy that sits in that pace car that starts those horses off right before they say go, and they start leaving and they pace or trot around the mile. Well, Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs has a great starter. His name's Bob Moran, and we're going to meet him now.
And we want to welcome Bob Moran. He's been our starter here for the last couple of years, and Bob has been all facets of the horse racing business. He's been a trainer, a driver. He even shot horses, right? You were a farrier. And you did all sorts of things, Bob, so welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, Bob, the starting rule now, some people don't realize it, the staggered starting gate came into existence about 1989. This gate is about 70 feet long, and the horses on the outside, the 9-horse, the 8-horse, were given a little bit of a break, right, because the starting gate was pushed a little forward, leaving the gate, right?
Yeah,
Talk about
it really does help a lot. Just being in the 9-hole on this racetrack is pretty tough to start with, but it just gives them a little advantage in the start, kind of equal to the 1, but it never really is that equal. The rail is still a better place to be, but at least it helps a little bit.
Bob, the rules now, well, last night we had a horse that wouldn't turn. Wouldn't turn twice, I guess it was. When you don't turn twice, are you automatically scratched?
That's an automatic scratch. You're correct, John.
Horse scores before ahead of the gate?
That's a recall, yes.
Interference?
Interference.
A horse has broken equipment?
Broken equipment? Yes.
Another recall?
Another recall. Most of these rules are kind of twofold. They're not only for the safety of the drivers and horses, of course, but it's also for the betting public, you know. Every one of those, probably all the rules really affect both sides of the game, like, you know, and that's a good thing.
What about, Bob, no recalls for breaking horses or horses failing to come to the gate? You often see that and you say, my horse didn't get there. And just like you said, the bettor wagered on that horse and has no chance.
Yeah, as a wagering thing, it also, the horse that makes the break, it only affects him as a betting public. But if you have a recall, you affect every horse that's already on the gate. They're already pumped up and ready to go, and then when you have a recall, you affect every one of them in the start. So it's actually a lot better this way. By far, it's a lot better.
How fast do the horses go when you're leaving the gate? Now Bruce is in the car. He's driving the car. He steps on the pedal, right? And how fast when they actually leave the gate? How fast is the actual horse going?
By the way, before I go any further, Bruce is the best driver. There isn't any better driver starting gate around anywhere. He's the very best. And it's very easy for me to start with him. We're like a team. He does a great job. And as far as his speeds going out there, it depends on the horses, but we generally leave them go around 35 miles an hour. So, but they step up too. At a time they're going much faster than that.
Okay, let's stay at Pocono. Tuesday, the 5th race. It was a 12-5 claimer, and GT's Craig, a 14-year-old, mind you, was just with Tony Napolitano, was the big favorite. Chop Chop with Joe Pavia Jr. was 7-2 second choice, and Art Aficionado was 5-1 with George Napolitano Jr. I don't know if Anthony and George are related, but I would have hooked those guys up in an exacta. That would have been my thing. Anyway, here's the call.
GT's Greg holding on to the lead. Art Aficionado will not go away there as the two Napolitano brothers hook up. Outside there, McCardle's car. Chop Chop went way out wide around that turn. At the top of the stretch, it's GT's Greg holding on to the lead. Now extends it to a length and a half. Watch My Wake tries him in the passing lane. Art Aficionado is stalled. GT's Greg, the 14-year-old, classy as can be.
GT's Craig, the old codger. Ford AC. Well, he smoked him, winning wire to wire, and he looked giant in 154 flat. Watch My Wake. Now, there's a pleasant thought. And Larry Stahlbaum was second at 20-1, and Art Aficionado was third.
Well, you know, you should mention, you're sitting there saying, oh, you're so old. He's 14.
Who would know better than me?
Right. He's 14 years old,
right.
Which is old for being a racehorse, because at the end of the season, when they turn 15, they're not allowed to race anymore. Yeah. I mean, the rules say they can't race anymore. And he was claimed, too.
No.
Yes, he was.
He's only got, like, what, 3-4 months of eligibility before they have to retire him?
Something like that. So maybe they're going to make him a riding horse.
Somebody saw him and thought it was going to, it was something good, okay?
That's right.
All right, let's stay at Pocono. We're going to go to race 14 now, and Heather's got that for you.
Yeah, do you remember Hot Rum? He's a former Pacer of the Year at Mohegan Sun at Pocono Downs.
I think I've had this in front of the fireplace before.
As a 7-year-old, he was trained and driven by George Napolitano Jr. He took a lifetime mark of 150.
Sure.
Now he's 10, and he's looking younger than ever. Mark Gingrich was in the bike for trainer Jody Bendick, and all I can say is, Hot Rum is hot.
Thank you so much, Heather. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Montell Teague, the son of famous trainer George Teague, and also the coach will be here with us, E.V. Helm, with his picks. Don't go away.
Alex is the food guy. He's actually forgotten more about lamb than you'll ever know. He made the reservation, he ordered the wine, and he's the one to thank for this meal. So while you know terms like split aces and double down, he knows terms like drawn butter and pan-seared. And when dinner comes, there's just something nice about having him at the table. That's why he'll always be a part of your group. Everyone plays a part at Harrah's.
Quotable.
Why do so many winners travel in EB trailers? They love the ride. EB Pacesetter trailers deliver your horses in peak condition, ready to race every time. Designed to provide safe and comfortable transport for standard-bred racehorses, EB's Pacesetter Series trailers are the preferred choice of professional standard-bred trainers and breeders nationwide. All EB Pacesetter models feature custom standard-bred options and excellent airflow and aligned interior sealing to keep your horses fresh and comfortable. Every EB trailer has commercial quality componentry and riveted sidewall construction engineered and designed to stand up to constant and rigorous horse and road use. And a sleek aerodynamic nose design that also delivers improved fuel savings. More winners ride with EB than any other trailer. EB, setting the pace in standard-bred horse transportation.